Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much for watching this video. In this opportunity, I'd like to share the materials concerning on semantic meaning, consisting of three parts. The first is proposition, compositionality, and entailment. Alright, friends. The first is proposition. What is proposition? Proposition is the term for a kind of core sentence meaning. Okay, term for a kind of core sentence meaning. And then the second is there is the abstract idea that remains the same. Because there is the abstract idea, it means that it is still the level of thought. It is not the production area, but it is just in your brain or your thought. Okay, so it is still there, still in your thought. Okay, now let's continue to the example. What I have over here is sharks hunt seals. That is the idea that you have. Okay, that is your idea, and then from this idea you can produce some or number of sentences. Okay, you think about this and then you start to produce sharks have hunted seals. That is your first option of your idea, I mean. Okay, continue to seals are hunted by sharks. And then the third options are seals uh, prey to sharks. And the last option is these chase and kill these others. Alright, friends. Sharks hunt seals on the top is a proposition. It's categorized as a proposition because there is just the level of thought. Okay, so in the level of thought that you have, it means that there is not the production, but it's just the idea that you have. Okay, from one idea that you have, you can produce number of sentences. This is in terms of written form. That's why it is called. They are called sentences. Alright, it means that, again, I will remind you, proposition is still in your mind, okay? That is your idea. If you look at the example below, sharks have hunted seals are hunted by sharks, seals are prey to sharks, these chase and kill these others, means the production of your idea. Okay, this is the idea, and then there is the production of your ideas. Okay. Now let's continue to the compositionality. In compositionality, it is just the a composition. Okay, the meaning relating to the composition existed in the text. Okay, this focused on preserving ambiguity. Okay, because you deal with the denotative meaning, you have to find all the general meaning existed from one word, and then the meanings of its part, every single part existed in the text, and the manner in which the parts are put together, and then consider the smallest meaningful unit of word, especially morpheme. Okay, if you're dealing with morpheme, that must be a free and bound morpheme, as what we have known. It's like in a bound morpheme that is affix. Okay, now let's have a look at the example that we have over here. Okay, the door is unlockable. Okay, unlockable over here is ambiguous. Unlockable can be unlocked. This is the first meaning that you can find from unlockable. Okay, unlockable can be unlocked. However, put differently, you can find another meaning. If you put the stress over here, unlockable, it means that cannot be locked. So those meanings can be represented by one word over here. It depends on the stress that they use. Okay, and then continue. That is the right thing. Okay, the right thing over here, especially for the right, consists of two different meanings. The first is right for correct thing, Okay, and then the second is right for right side. For example, that is the correct thing, or that is the thing on your right side. Okay, so yeah, you can focus on this part as the ambiguity part. So why it is categorized as ambiguous? Because it has two different meaning based on the general meaning or denotative meaning that we have known. All right. And then what you have to remember, IDM cannot be categorized as compositionality because of what? Because IDM stick with the composition existed. It means that you cannot break it down one by one, okay? No, of course not. So it means that for that expression is just categorized as one meaning only. Okay, so idiom cannot be categorized as compositionality. And then the last thing is entailment. Entailment over here is the meaning behind the expression given by the speaker or by the writer. Now let's have a look at this. Entailment points guarantee. It is quite different from explicator and implicator, because in explicator and implicator you may find it numerous option, and it is cancelable, I mean. But in entailment, there must be a guarantee because of the general meaning that we understand in our context, of course. Okay, and then look at this, the general idea following the sentences. Now let's have a look at the example. My brother has SPD certificate. SPD, as you know, Sarjana Pendidikan certificate. In Indonesia educational context, we might think first, when somebody say this, it means that my brother has finished Bachelor of Education. That is the first thing. Okay, second, my brother studied education for at least 4 years. Okay, and then the third meaning, my brother is a teacher's candidate. So those three meanings were represented by the sentence or by the expression given by the speaker or the writer. My brother has SPD certificate. Well, another example that we have is I have two children. Well, from the expression I have two children over here, contains three different meanings. First is I have married, okay, that is possible. I have a wife, and then the three is I have more than one child. So from one expression over here, you can digest the meaning, okay, into the three categories that you can find. It can be one only, two, or can be three, can be more than three perhaps, okay, from one expression. So well, I think it depends on the general meaning. uh, so friends, if you're talking about the entailment, that is the biggest possibility, okay, the biggest possibility existed behind the sentence, or the expression produced. Okay, so friends, that's all that I can share to you. Thank you so much for having me. Don't forget to share your happiness to your friends. Okay, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.